Hikaru, thanks for joining. We were speculating today. Has that been your biggest preparation ever?
No, I mean I've had some other games which have been worse. There's one in particular. I had this game against David Howell actually in the London Chess Classic. I don't know, maybe it was 2012, and basically he played the first. I had prepared the first maybe 40 moves. Unfortunately, he managed to find all the best 40 moves as well, and the game ended in a draw. So that was actually a little bit worse than today. But I mean, joking aside, I think Ding. I mean, he found all the best moves. Bishop takes b5 probably isn't the best way to simplify it, but the way he found like the c5. I mean, all these moves. I mean, this is the main line of what I had looked at. So it was just very impressive by Ding over the board to figure it all out.
So there was no moment where you could have played a little bit better.
I mean, maybe after knight g5. I mean, I'm sure after knight g5, there's probably some rook and pawn endgame I can get somehow where I'm up a pawn, but it should be a technical draw. I mean, I think I saw one with bishop g5, queen g5, maybe queen d4, queen c1, and queen c4, and I think I can get maybe 4 pawns versus 3 on the king side, but it is a draw if Ding plays accurately. So. That's why I didn't do that. I mean, also, of course, I saw Jan was doing great and probably winning, so I figured I would just kind of play this whole rook g3 thing after thinking forever. And I wasn't really sure if it was okay or not okay, but I figured who cares? I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And yeah, it just unfortunately Ding found rook d5, and I had to go for this bishop g7. If he had played something else, I think maybe I would have had some chances to win. But hey, he played a good game.
Rook a3 was your preparation, but still, didn't you have some flashback from yesterday's rook lift?
No, not at all. I mean, I actually wasn't thinking about that during the game. I mean, I was basically hoping that Ding would make a blunder, and he kept playing every best move. I mean, he played bishop f5, rook d8, c5, all of these moves, and of course this is unknown. So for him to find all these moves was just disappointing. So I was waiting for that move, which I hadn't looked at, and he kept finding the best moves. But that's life.
Perhaps one more question for today. When you play online, you always explain your moves, your ideas. When you play here at the candidates, do you still have that kind of a voice inside of your head explaining the moves?
Not really. I mean, I think the one thing I would say is there are certain times, like yesterday's game against Jan, where there's this one position where I can play either rook e3 or knight h4, but those are the only two moves. In my mind, I was kind of thinking about what are the possibilities and sort of talking to myself about what the two moves were. But in general, I mean, I think you just try to play, and I don't really think about such things during the game for the most part.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Sure.